got a crazy one for ya. Power and control phases of narcissistic relationships. You got your idealization, the love bombing. You got promises, charm, flattery, mirroring, sympathy, pity, stories, apologies, attention, generosity, gifts, adorations, ranking you above others. And then they devalue you. They get lies, insults, belittling, criticizing, minimizing, mocking, projections, hypocrisy, gaslighting, silent treatment, threats, guilt, ambiguity, triangulations with others. This is a little something I wrote for y'all, all right? In order to understand the idealization, devalue, and discard phase of the relationship, one must understand how narcissistic energy is acquired and maintained throughout a relationship. When one enters into a mutual relationship, it's based on two healthy adults, individuals who have one common goal in mind: to be together, not to work for another person. Through unconditional love, mutual understanding, commitment, honor, respect, loyalty, and trust. However, for a narcissist in a relationship involves a source of supply which is seen as an exciting new investment. It's like something they buy from the store, like some ice cream or something, an investment, or like a car or a couch or a sofa or something. For a narcissist, this is taken to the extreme. As they know they need their own needs met, they must sustain their sense of grandiose imaginary, and they must satisfy their grand egos. The most important of these emotional needs is to be the subject of attention in order to support self-esteem and self-worth. That means that they cannot regulate their own feelings. They cannot feel sadness or happiness or excitement, on the natural tip. They need to rely on that from somebody else. Therefore, the quality and reliability of the supply or target becomes paramount, because this makes up the identity and provides a pivotal point upon which the narcissist feeds off their own self to create a new illusion, a mirror image, while projecting what they think others wish them to be. A mirror image is when they see you and they start giving you this look like they're just literally looking at all your expressions, the way your mannerisms, the way you speak, the way you talk, everything. They just straight up face jack you. Straight up jacked, son. And then their projections are their thoughts that they throw into your brain, and then you spit them back out, and then they steal that, and then that's how they take your linguistics. How a narcissist represents themselves to the public is completely different than how they view themselves from within their closed doors. Oh, hell yeah, bitch is crazy. They feel destroyed, they feel worthless, they are constantly struggling with this internal struggle of sense false versus reality. Therefore, the supply provides them with an outlet to feel worthy, to feel valued, and to be able to attempt to sustain these emotions that constantly play over and over in their minds. So my job was to give her this supply. I had no goddamn idea that I was doing that. But holy fuck, was that shit a shitstorm. The supply or target is there to nurture their needs, to provide whenever needed, and to be the source for which he or she can once again feel important, powerful, and in control. A narc needs supply like human needs food for mere survival. The narcissist has to value the supply like a human. It's a lifetime. It's a valued supply like a lifetime. For his ability to move forward from one relationship to another, the narc must convince himself that their supply is omnipotent, beautiful, worthy, perfect in every way in order to continue life. Omnipotent, godlike, that's how they feel. Beautiful, like everybody else looks shitty. Worthy, everybody else is shitty. And perfect, everybody else is shitty, right? Now, just imagine being a human being void of approval, attention, self-worth, self-esteem, and having to seek everything you need to survive from an external environment and other sources to fulfill your every need, desires, and wants for self-sustainability. That means you cannot be by yourself, you can't think by yourself, you can't do anything by yourself because you need constant attention. And I fucking felt that shit firsthand. I did not know what the fuck I thought it was a game the whole time. But that shit was not a game, it was fucking life. For a narcissist, so much energy and time is spent securing a supply. That means they out there looking for prey, looking for cute motherfuckers like fucking me and shit. Fuck. And acquiring their needs to be met, that the energy needed to sustain this is overwhelming. Therefore, they must make a good use of their time and energy by maximizing every opportunity or benefit that they can exclude and take away from the supply. It's quite unbelievably a case of supply and demand. The more the supply gives out, the more the narcissist takes to fulfill their own selfish needs, and what they lack from within is replaced by what is taken from others who are not even knowing that this is even happening. This is why often you hear victims say they feel lost. They don't recognize who they are because they truly gave themselves to the relationship to please a narcissist, not knowing about the void that exists. A narcissist is the bottomless pit, a black hole, void of all emotions, nothing, no sympathy, no empathy. She won't even sing you a fucking lullaby. Goddamn. Most normal couples enter a relationship not for what can be taken from it, but what is freely given. Not for what can be used, but what can be provided. Who can ever imagine getting involved with someone only for the benefit to gain of one, the narc? Keep in mind the new supply need not be human, as even an inanimate object. Group, loyal followers can provide supply for narcissists, for example, groups, church, soccer team, political, government, fucking the pizzeria, Domino's, I don't give a fuck. Yet, sadly, when they enter a relationship with a narcissist, this is what you are getting yourself into. A relationship with just one, in essence. You are in a relationship with yourself. You will give, you will lose, you will own sense. You will be degraded and broken down to a lesser form that when you started, because in order to the narcissist to get the supply, they need to make you feel pity, sympathy, sadness for them. They prey upon suppliers who exhibit these traits of compassion, love, empathy, kindness. They use this to their advantage only to discard you after that. So they suck out the life out of you, and then they break up with you, and then they find somebody else and they triangulate you, which means you're caught up in the middle of a new fucking relationship and you have no fucking idea this is even happening. As the relationship progresses, the narcissist will evaluate the potential content, quality, and source of a supply. They want to get the most benefit, the most cost versus reward, and the most for their money. Okay. Shortly after examining the relationship, if the narc deems the target worthy to continue, then the over-evaluation begins, which is known as infatuation. Therefore, the love bombing, smothering, gifts, attention-seeking signs will be exhibited to the largest. They will feel like they're being on a cloud, like having all the attention coming from everywhere around the world, feeling that things cannot get any better. They begin to lower their boundaries, become more comfortable, and look forward to the hope of what's happening. Yet, the hope for more, the narc knows they have the supply where they want them. Isolation. They got you. You are not going anywhere. Anything, doesn't matter what you do, you stay in the house. They could go do whatever the F they want and they come back. If you got any problems, it's going to be torture the whole night. You don't sleep. None of that shit for 3 goddamn years. Yet, it's the hope for more that the narc knows that they have the supply where they want them. The empty promises soon become out. The mask eventually falls off. The real narc is now revealed. Perhaps it's subtle, perhaps it's small little amounts, but dismissed supply having a bad day. Perhaps it's a small petty issue that arises, or perhaps a dose of non-rage will be exhibited unexpectedly. Yee, I got bit. Fucking crazy. The process of courting has begun. The charmer, the Don Juan, the chameleon, the pro-con, then is introduced. Narcissists are smooth talkers, unbelievably, and they appear very successful, full of worth value to others from the outside world. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about, who I was with. Like, she thought she was something else, something different, but, just the character she was playing, like, I can't even front, like, that shit still hurts. I think about it all the time. This shit's really helped me out. Hopefully, if you guys are going through something like this, like, I really hope you're really listening to what I'm writing down. And if it's not a balanced relationship, it's no balance. You're going to end up losing your freaking mind. And it's, For narcissists, it's all about power control. Malignant narcissists are the most dangerous, as they are predators who hunt their prey. They are able to violate rights of others because they are incapable of feeling empathy, viewing others as mere objects, puppets, while they are masters of their own mind. Sickening, yes, but that's the only way they know how to exist. They will cross the line into physical and sexual violence when they know they can and get away with it. Ugh. Peace and chaos, the yin and the yang. Without chaos, without peace, there's no harmony. Big life.